What's going on, everybody? It's Ashton, your coach of the Winnipeg Jet Punches, and today I'm excited to bring you back yet another Pokemon Draft League content video. This, of course, being the TPL is week 2, and we are up against none other than Owlmancer. He is a coach of the Hartford Whalelord, excuse me, and I believe he's also a moderator in the league. And just before we get into it, just wanted to give you guys a heads up that if you're not looking to be spoiled on how week 1 went, thought I'd give you a warning here before we continue any further, and just consider yourself warned. So without further ado, we're going to announce that we did finally win our first ever week 1 of a Wi-Fi draft league against Stuffy. So pretty happy about that, as it was a very strong team for one, and two, it just breaks like I think it's a 5-game curse that we had where we were unable to win the first game of any Wi-Fi league season to date. So pretty excited about that. But to turn our sights over to Owlmancer, he's got a very scary team. I believe he ended up losing his first week, unfortunately, but it's not any, we're still definitely threatened by his draft overall because he's drafted a very scary team. So to give you guys an idea what he has access to, my opponent Owlmancer has a very scary team that includes Darkrai'd, Landorus Therian, Sneasler, Fortress, Arachnid as one of his 3 Terror Captains, Rillaboom, Mimikyu, Arcanine Hisui, Tatsugiri, which is his 2nd of 3 Terror Captains, and Zebstrika, which is his 3rd of 3 Terror Captains. So it's got some very potent Pokemon that are they're very well versed in the roles that they are able to do. One Pokemon that is a bit annoying for us to deal with will be the Fortress, as it's able to just get up a lot of hazards on our team, unfortunately. And with its defensive typing, it only has the one weakness to fire, so it makes it a little bit tricky to take down. Just in general, he can really neuter our team. I think it learns Thunder Wave as well, and it's able to slow pivot on our team with Volt Switch, so it's just overall a very annoying Pokemon to deal with. We do have the tools to kind of mitigate it a little bit, but overall, in general, just a Pokemon that kind of gets to do what it wants to do for free against us, so it's a very tough matchup. And another thing worth noting is he has his Darkrai, which is base 125 speed. That's 15 base speed faster than our fastest Pokemon, which is Gengar. So it's able to run Modest if it really wanted to, like Modest Life Orb or Modest Specs. And that in itself is very threatening against us, so we're going to see if we can't do our best to mitigate that and run some speed control options here as well against Owlmancer. So to start things off, to give you guys an idea of what we have to combat such a scary team, we're starting things off with a Jolly Choice Scarf Urshifu. This just makes it so that we have a guaranteed way of potentially outspeeding his most likely Scarfers. In my opinion, the most threatening Scarfer to my draft would be Rillaboom, just to make it would allow him to have a fast way of knocking off something like Gengar on my team. And I think just fast dark type hitters on into my draft are just very good. So I fully, if he's gonna have a choice scarf user, I'm fully expecting Rillaboom to be the most scary one. Not saying that it's not possible for him to be like Scarf on Landorus, Arcanine, or Mimikyu, which are a little bit faster. I just think that Rillaboom has the best likelihood of being a threatening Scarf user into me. So we have the speed creeping ability, or the ability to speed creep that with this set. Fortunately means that our moves are going to be doing a little bit less damage, just where we're not able to run the Adamant Nature, but we do have some ways around it. So we have coverage moves for something like the Fortress and Fire Punch, and then U-Turn just overall is really good into my opponent. It does guarantee 2-shot into Darkrai, excuse me, and it's kind of good in case an oncoming Mimikyu comes in. We're able to break that thing's disguise. And then we have Wicked Blow, of course, being able to threaten 2 shots on most of my opponent's team outside of like a really defensive Fortress is able to take 2 Wicked Blows, if I'm not mistaken. Other than that, I'm trying to think. I guess Darkrai is able to take 2 Wicked Blows as well, but hence the U-turn, we're able to kind of threaten that in some sense. He has kind of respect that we're going to be U-turn this week, so it's kind of imperative that we have U-turn just for the Darkrai. Then we have Close Combat just to threaten that we can OHKO it. If Mimikyu's gone, then this move's pretty spammable into my opponent, barring like a Terra Fairy from his Tatsugiri or Zebstrika. And if he's going to commit to a Terra Ghost on Arachnid, well, that makes Wicked Blow just that much more spammable. We have close combat mainly just to give us a offensive check to the Darkrai'd, maybe even do more damage to Arcanine if we needed to. And Fire Punch, of course, being a way to threaten the two-shot on Fortress. So that's going to be the four moves that we choose for this week on Urshifu. Then next up, we have an Adamant loaded dice Kyurem, which I'm very excited to use. It's going to be Dragon Dance, 3 attacks. The reason why we're mixed set is because we don't actually threaten the two-shot on Fortress with any other move that Kyurem learns. That is 100% accurate anyway, and I didn't really feel like running Focus Blast into my opponent's team. Just if it felt like I want to get the most value out of my moves with Kyurem every time I click them. So we have Dragon Dance to make it so that we outspeed his whole team at +1. Then we have Scale Shot if we're worried about a potential Scarfer being a bit of an issue here. The only thing that would outspeed this is an Unburdened Sneasler. We'll have to keep that in mind there. But this Pokemon does a lot to my opponent, and the one important thing to note is its ability to do well into Mimikyu, given that it's going to be Disguise. I can two-shot it with Icicle Spear with this set, where I can break the Disguise the same turn it switches in, kind of thing. And it forced him to click Shadow Sneak, which is kind of funny. Assuming I'm +1. So I guess it's kind of situational, and I don't really see a scenario where, unless it's like weakened already, I might just straight up kill with a +1 Icicle Spear after one hit of Disguise, or one hit hitting the Disguise. We'll see, but I'll have to calc it again during the battle. But if he's like a fully offensive set, it might do us some justice here. But yeah, that's kind of the thinking behind Icicle Spear and Scale Shot Kyurem, is that it does really well into my opponent's defensive options in terms of like preventing like subs or Disguise from being an issue. So I really like that. And third off, we have a bulky offensive Heatran this week. It's going to be Choppleberry again. Just wanted to make sure that I had like a nice bait option into the Sneasler to where he couldn't set up a Sword Stance for free if he was the Unburdened set, as an Adamant 252. Yeah, Adamant 252 attack Sneasler after a Sword Stance doesn't kill us with a close combat from full, which is kind of nice. And if it does click close combat, well, then we kill it back with Earth Power after it hits -1 Spit F, so with our investment. So we do have the Stealth Rock just in case we're able to get a chance to set that up for free into something like the Fortress. And overall, this Pokemon just has really good coverage of my opponent, barring the, I guess, Tatsugiri. But Tatsugiri in any method or any scenario we would likely just hard switch out on anyway. But that's the thought process behind a 2 attacks Stealth Rocking Heatran. Then we have our method of speed control, which is going to be Thunder Wave on Deoxys defense. It's going to be Covert Cloak so that we're able to more handily switch into the Sneasler. This is going to be our main switch into the Sneasler, assuming it's not like a Choice Band Throat Chop set. We're able to kind of switch into this thing for free. And then click Psychic, threaten the KO on it immediately. And I want to have that immediate fat option to threaten the KO on Sneasler immediately, so I didn't have to worry about it kind of getting out of hand and snowballing. It still might very well set up on us and win because Sneasler, but we have an immediate switch in, at least from the beginning, where it's not Sword Stance yet. So that's kind of the thinking behind Deoxys, is being an immediate speed control method to my opponent's team, hopefully slowing them that Darkrai, and then everything that doesn't hit with Thunder Wave, or that Thunder Wave doesn't necessarily get hit by too much or affected by too much, we have the coverage moves to be able to deal with it. And then we're going to be bringing Toedscool off the bench for the first week. It's going to be Heavy Duty Boots, Terra Poison, making it so that we can A, resist Sneasler's dual stabs, and B, give us a little bit more of a higher damaging method of hitting the Rillaboom, just in case the Rillaboom is brought this week. I feel like my opponent either has to bring Rillaboom or Zebstrika to, like, Milotic just forces a lot of respect for my opponent. Like, you have to bring something really offensive to kind of check it on my draft in general. Even if I don't bring it, like, it kind of forces you to bring a wall breaker that is able to deal with it. And I feel like Rillaboom does a really good job of that. And he does have Terra Substrika, but I think just where he has the Sneasler and where Unburdened Sneasler is so threatening into me, I think it makes more sense for him to bring the Rillaboom, hence why I'm bringing Terra Poison Toedscool this week. So, excuse me. It's kind of nice here. It also gives us a resist into the Mimikyu, so potentially gives me a free turn into that to click an offensive move, maybe even get a poison off on something with Sludge Bomb. And yeah, overall in general, the three moves that I have offensively into my opponent's team do really well. It's our main way of removing hazards. It's our only way of removing hazards. I think it's our only way of removing hazards on the draft, but yeah, this will be our way of getting those pesky fortress hazards off the field. And yeah, Earth Power is just really good coverage, as mentioned before. And then if he's like Terra Water Raccoonid, Leaf Storm is just very spammable, and especially in grassy terrain, I think it's just a really good damaging stab move. So, and then lastly, we have a Flip Turn Recover, Ice Beam, Alluring Voice, Milotic with Flame Orb. It's going to be our main switch into the Arcanine Sui, and I believe it also switches into Mimikyu pretty nicely. It of course would switch into Landorus and stuff like that too, threatening it with an Ice Beam or a Scald. And yeah, I think this Pokemon does really well. I was kind of tossing around what I wanted for the last move, but I saw very quickly how potentially bulky Darkrai'd could be, so I opted for Alluring Voice as a way to at least threaten the 3-shot on it. I don't know if I necessarily 2-shot every form of or every variant of Darkrai with Milotic here, but it gives me a really good solid damaging move to it. So at least I have that way of chipping it down before it starts getting out of hand. And I could probably get it within range of U-turn with just one Alluring Voice, so that's kind of positive. Yeah, and what kind of good thing about running Flame Orb this week is that I'm not able to get Hypnosis should he be so brazen as to run Hypnosis Darkrai into me. I have the Flame Orb there, so I kind of can switch in on a potential status condition. So yeah, that's going to be the team here. So we're going to see if we can't hop on into our battle with Owlmancer and hopefully continue our road to a good start in this league with a second win in the regular season. So yeah, we'll see if we can't hop on into it here with Owlmancer and see how the battle goes. All right, see you guys there. All right, it is that time. We're going to see if we can hop on into this with Owlmancer here. It's a little bit later in the evening than the battle was scheduled for, but we're going to see if we can't hop on into it here and hopefully not get absolutely destroyed by a Darkrai. See if we can't get connected with him here. There we go. Okay, so what does he have? Okay, so we see Darkrai. We do see the Fortress. Makes sense. Araquanid. So I wonder if he's going like a webs mode here. Landorus. I think it'll be even more important to get Mimikyu's Disguise broken early, given that this is what he has. No Rillaboom's kind of nice, actually. So what I want to lead? Let's see. I can see Landorus lead. Part of me wants to lead Deoxys, but I don't want to lead that into like Fortress or Araquanid as much. So I kind of want to lead Urshifu just to be safe. Or safe-ish. What would be bad is if he led Fortress, I think. It'd probably be the worst case scenario for us. Sneasler could be bad too, I guess. So it could be Focus Sash Sneasler to get the Unburden. So it's Mimikyu lead. Okay, that's kind of nice. So we can just do I live a Jolly Playrough? I wasn't expecting this to be Scarf. I do die. Makes sense. I don't really know why I asked that question. Do I predict him being Scarf? I don't know if Scarf's too good into me. I think I'm going to U-turn predicting not being Scarf. Nice. Okay, good. It's not Scarf. Perfect. Skies is broken. I think we could probably just go red card. Well, I U-turned. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, so I don't get to choose. Oh, that's amazing. Oh god. That was what I was gonna go into likely here. Okay, so Swords Dance. Now, Mimikyu, to my knowledge, does not get a ground type coverage move. It does get Drain Punch. And then of course like Shadow Claw and all that stuff. So Heat Ran's in. I kinda just want a Lava Plume on this Sword Stance. He has to respect the... Yeah, I just Lava Plume. There's no drawbacks. He has to respect that could be Flash Cannon. He doesn't really have a great switch into Lava Plume either. Thief. Okay. And I Flame Body him. That's good. You'll pay for taking my Chople Berry, sir. It's nice. He's burned. Yeah, he's not gonna do a lot of damage to this. Yeah, it does like 27 max. 27% max. I could Stealth Rock. I might Stealth Rock here. Destiny Bond, that's fine. Good, we got that call right. It's a very interesting Mimikyu set. So we got the rocks up. We can Lava Plume here. Free. Should be a dead Mimikyu. And that would make things a lot easier for Urshifu to click close combat later on. Shadow sneaks me, that's fine. Cool, so Heatran kills Mimikyu. That was really best case scenario with that red card. So we have rocks up, so that means Sneasler can't come in for free if it's Sash. Forge will have to come in at some point, meaning that we get a free switch into this at some point. Get a free Lava Plume on something. Potentially burn like an incoming Araquanid or something like that. Calrissian, I'm assuming that's Araquanid. Oh, Lando, of course. Lando Calrissian. Okay, so, do I expect into rocks? Beerus, Therian. We do about 35 to 40 one of these max HP. I kind of want to go into Milotic and get the Flame Orb activated. I think I'll do that here. Come in on an Earthquake. Does about 50, so we can calc that. Landorus. Earthquake into my Milotic. 4 burn. Not burned yet. Okay, so it's Adamant. It's definitely Adamant. Okay, so it's Adamant stuff. So we can recover here. Switches. Assuming a rack when it comes in here. Okay, so Fortress is the switch. And then we can get an idea on this thing's item by flip turning here. See if it's just scout if it's Rocky Helmet. Oh, it's leftovers. Okay. Good to know. Okay. Yeah, I think we just, we always flip turn here. Nothing. Fair enough. Do I go into Heat Rain here? I'm gonna say yes. Do you think you Volt Switch, though? I think either Rapid Spin or Volt Switch. I'm gonna go into Urshifu, actually. Rapid Spins. Okay, cool. What I might do is Fire Punch this turn. Is that so bad? Okay. So he's looking to really get... in my mind, I'm just gonna treat this game like it's Focus Sash Sneasler. It could be, like, Choice Band or something. I think here I'm just going to Fire Punch. Doesn't, it does 2-shot. Go. He does Volt Switch here. See what he goes into. So we're at half health, or 40%, 50% Fortress, I guess. Lando comes in. I think we just always go into Milotic on this, now that we have Orb up. Kyurem late game is looking really strong now. Keep that in mind. He's Stealth Rock, which means he might not be Scarf. He could be just Scarf Stealth Rock here. We'll see this turn, I guess. How much is Ice Beam doing to Fortress if it comes in? 11 to 14? Yeah, no, it's not doing enough. I think we just always flip turn, right? Yeah, he's hard switching, so, I mean, it could be Scarf still. I'll keep that in mind. Rack when it comes in. Do I want to just go for game? How much is Harm doing to Raquinid? The thing is, Fortress isn't low enough either, so I can't really do that. Okay. What is the play here? Do we go into Urshifu? And just Wicked Blow Araquanid? 55 minimum. This also is Terra Captain. Water, Ghost, or Ground. Yeah, I kind of want to go for the Urshifu switch in. See how much this does. Yeah, I kind of like Wicked Blow here. chances here. He's probably calcing, see if he kills. I didn't really calc. The standard set is kind of weird. Okay, so something's coming in on the Wicked Blow. Lando, okay. This should do a lot. Yeah, that's two-shotting, 100%. I think I'm just gonna go for it. Could still be Scarf, but it is if it's Adam and Scarf, I outspeed him actually, so that's nice. We speed creep Jolly Scarf Rillaboom. Okay, so Urshifu picks up the kill on Landorus. Good stuff. I'm assuming Darkrai'd Sneasel wants to come in here. Rackman's coming in, okay. I think I just kind of try to break this, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna try to do 50% of this. He might just Sticky Web, but that's kind of good for me in the late game. I could bring in Toadskrull in on Sneasler and Rapid Spin it away. He's gonna Terrasilize. We got water, yep. So I'll probably die to a Liquidation. He's just confirmed to be Water Bubble. Okay. Surf, yeah, that's gonna kill. So he's the set that Smogon recognizes. Alright, so Arachne kills Urshifu. Excuse me. Okay, so... man, it's tricky. I could go into Kyurem, here's the thing. Okay, you know, I'm gonna go into Kyurem. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Kyurem. And just Scale Shot, I think. Yeah, I just Scale Shot here, I think. Okay. Alright, so Kyurem kills Arachne. Solid. +1 speed. Now, does Fortress come in here? Fortress comes in, I might go into Toadskrull on it. Excuse me. Thinking about it. Just Fortress, Sneasler, and Darkrai'd left, so... Fortress in. Okay, so I definitely want to go into Toadstool here. Just body press me. It's okay. So I'm gonna Terra Poison and Rapid Spin. Just so he can't two-shot me with body press as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of the rocks. This will also account for a switch, which is unlikely but still plausible. Gonna get the Terra off here. Terra Poison. Rapid Spin off, so no more rocks. Body press. Now, just for fun, I'm gonna calc the first power. It's not likely that I kill. Actually, no, it looks like it's impossible at this point, but I'm just gonna go for it. A kill here would be kind of huge. I'm just gonna get damage on whatever comes in. Oh wow, I crit him. I crit him. That's unfortunate. So Toadstool kills the Fortress. Yeah, I think that mattered. I am Terra Poison. So it's Sneasler and Darkrai'd. Sneasler comes in. Can I still lose to Sneasler? Let's take its Focus Sash. Is there any way I lose to Sneasler? I don't think so where I have Deoxys. I could Rapid Spin. I'm gonna Rapid Spin. Does he Sword Stance? I was just trying to call him Sword Stancing so he could actually do something to my, yeah, okay, that's fine. So, he's at -1 SPDF. So Sneasler killed my... So I guess I should have gone for the, Earth Power. White Herb. Okay. Okay. I'll just go Deoxys. I don't really have a play. I can still lose to Darkrai'd at this point, which is kind of crappy. How much is Darkrai'd doing to my Deoxys? Darkrai'd. It'll be tight. I'll just Psychic here. Fine. Overcloak. Pick up the kill on Sneasler. I could still lose to Darkrai'd. How do I not lose? He's going to heat run here. Or do I Ice Beam? I'm just worried about sub. How much is it doing to Milotic? It's not doing a lot, actually. I might just go into Milotic here. Nasty plot. Okay. So if he's not Thunderbolt, I don't think he kills me. Dark Pulse. Get the Alluring Voice. He's that berry. Interesting. I might still lose. How much you do to my Kyurem? +2, you do kill. Did I just throw? By not Thunder Waving? I might have thrown by not Thunder Waving. I think I did. Because I'm pretty sure this dies. Uh-oh. That's not good. Unless he really messes up, I think he just wins this with Darkrai. I think if I played a little bit less aggressively into Rakuen, I would have Urshifu in this same scenario. Yeah, I think I misplayed here. It does kill. Okay, shoot. I think I lost. I think I have lost. I think the only way to win now is if I somehow live with Deoxys, which is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, no, I die. Hey man, could you misclick? I should have Thunder Waved. That's a shame. That's gonna be game, I think. Yeah, well played to Owlmancer. I kind of played myself here. That's a shame. Yep. Well, it happens. It happens. So, yeah. Kyurem doesn't live this. I'm pretty certain of it. Either way, an Ice Scale shot. Yeah. Oh, GG. Alright. Well, we made a mistake, and we're gonna pay for it here, and yeah, just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, but thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully we can bounce back week 3 against, not really sure who we're facing, but yeah, we'll see if we can't bounce back week 3. Alright, bye-bye.